Welcome back, Post-Pollock viewers. This is Dave Epstein from the Post-Pollock firm in Roseland, New Jersey. Today, to give you another update on somebody we've seen a few times in the past, that would be the individual named Johnny Somali. You remember, or you may remember, I hope, Johnny was wreaking havoc all over the place, especially in other countries, and the people in South Korea took umbrage with his behavior. And while he thought this was all amusing and he could act abusive and even racist in some instances, South Korea has taught the man a lesson, maybe that should be taught here, although we have different views on free speech, but I applaud the South Korean government for going after this guy. If you want to look back at our videos, it's bad news what this guy was doing. So anyway, let's watch the video about what recently happened with Johnny. This is only 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I know for a fact I'm not going to go to jail. Not one day in jail. I'm going to laugh my off when all these mother are saying I'm going for 30 years, 20 years, 5 years, 10 years. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not even going to do one day, bro. They're going to give me a fine. They're going to say, don't come back to Korea. You're the one who's going to look so dumb when I don't get any jail time or anything. Bro, I'm going to laugh like a
Just to interrupt a moment, that's a video of Johnny telling everybody how he's going to be the one laughing when he gets no jail time for all these charges in South Korea. Let's see who's laughing, folks. I don't want to ruin anything here.
Johnny Somali, aka Ramzi Khalid Ismail, has been sentenced to 6 months and 20 days in prison with labor in Seoul, South Korea today. We're going to get that today on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be around judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney who's been tracking this from beginning to end. And today we're going to break out the exact reasons for the guilty plea, his imprisonment, his sentence, and what happens next. So let's get into what happened today in Seoul, South Korea. So first of all, to just get to my opening statements, Ramzi Khalid Ismail, aka Johnny Somali, was found guilty on all 8 charges. So there were 4 counts of business obstruction, 2 counts of the Minor Crimes Act, and 2 counts of the deepfake distribution. Guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison with labor, an additional 20 days of detention, and 5 years of offender status, with his phones being permanently confiscated.
Okay, there you have it, folks. Johnny is not laughing. Unless he doesn't mind 6 months and 20 days of hard labor. And I didn't see if they had fines imposed, but then 5 years of sex offender status. I don't know if that means he has to stay in the country. He's having his phones confiscated. I don't know if that means just when he is in South Korea. At some point, I'm sure he will be allowed to leave. But for the time being, he is going in. I don't pretend to know about the South Korean prison system, but I do know that it is probably not hard labor. It's not something where he has to do a little janitorial work. I'm sure he has to do some serious work. And the Koreans, under their laws, have prosecuted and convicted this guy. I mean, I know some South Koreans who were quite happy about this because they were offended by the guy. He was, he's coming off as racist to Asians and others. He's really not a pleasant guy. He's got this huge following. Again, there's all these people who, they want to follow a jerk. Well, now he's not going to be doing anything for a couple of months, and I hope he learns his lesson from this. My guess is that he won't. But maybe it's time for the people in the United States to start thinking about what can we do, legally speaking. How do we change our laws? Aside from those that exist now, some of these things would be criminal acts, whether under state or federal law, if he did them here, walking into a business and disrupting it. Things like that could be harassment. The business with the minors, depending on what he did, could end up landing him in a lot of trouble. But we should really consider it because it's so invasive of other people's lives. I know people argue with me all the time. It's not invasive of their privacy or in a public place, but there is a limit to that. And again, he takes videos of people and he does not seek releases from them, as far as I know, and he makes fools out of them. And when all they're doing is going about their business, they're not public figures. They're just people going about their daily lives, whether running a business or walking on the street or going on a subway. So Johnny Somali's gotten his comeuppance, and I suspect that other places where he goes, if he wants to continue doing this nonsense, will follow suit. I mean, maybe people will start to sue him too. I mean, he's supposedly made quite a bit of money over the years in his various online ventures, his cult of personality ventures. But If anything new happens, I think this is pretty much the end of the story for Johnny Somali, at least for now. The South Korean justice system has done its job, and again, maybe he'll learn something from it. Maybe he'll knock this stuff off. I doubt it, but maybe he will. We'll see. Hope you learned something from this video, folks. I hope you enjoy it. Please hit like, subscribe. Please leave your comments. Love to see what you have to say about the videos. We will see you next time. This is Dave Epstein signing off for the Post Pollock firm. Thanks.